So you're at a job, you don't like it, you always talk about you're gonna quit, you haven't planned anything, but now you're ready to walk away. But when is the right time? This week on Motivation and Confidence, we're gonna let you know when is it the right time to walk away. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am your host, Tom Danger, where we help you do your daily best. Before we go any further, please like, subscribe, and share. I thank you so much for those of you who have reached out. I will get back to you. I'm going to open up a time on my calendar to where we're just doing 2 weeks of guests, okay? So we're going to block out 2 weeks for those of you who have reached out. And if the time fits your schedule, we can definitely fit you into the schedule so we can have you as a guest on the show. Very exciting. Some cool ideas, some very inspirational people, some good talk for the fellas, and also some relationship stuff too, if that is going to help you out, okay? But now we're going to get into it. So you're at this job and you're saying that you're there to provide for your family or to provide for yourself, and you're frustrated. The first question that I would ask is, do you know whether or not you're in the correct role? Did you just get the job? And this is what most of us do, right? You just get the job so that you can get a paycheck. But did you ever think that you may be in a role that's not within your gift, right? And you may say, well, Tommy, well, how do I know what my gift is? Got to take the assessment, right? What's the assessment? The DISC assessment is a personality assessment created by William Marston back in the early 1900s, and it's been used by hundreds, if not thousands, of corporations to determine how people best fit on a team. With 4 main personality types: how you make decisions, how you interact with people, what type of structure you like, and how you deal with policies and procedures, right? So once you take the assessment, it'll basically give you a rating from 0 to 100, how you fall on the scale, and the higher the number in that particular area, that's basically your gift. And your gift is the items that you do naturally without thinking about it. An example, for me, my gift is organizing. Like, I can take data, organize it, and then find a way to share it with people in a simple way. So you look at something that's super complicated, I can break it down and it'll sound just like we're having a conversation right now. So if you've never taken a personality assessment, as I always invite you free of charge, hit me on tomdanger.com, TOMDANGER.com, in the contact form, and just let me know that you would like to take the assessment, and I'll send the link out to you, and then I'll give you a 20-minute call just to let you know what your superpower is. And if there are things on the assessment that you want to learn more about, then we have packages to move forward. So that's that. So you're in a job and it doesn't feel like it's the right fit for you. You know, like I said, I have the ability to analyze data and information. So the job that I was in, I did analyze and get data and things like that. So it was sort of like a natural fit for me. However, the system that was in place and the leadership was not ideal for my personality type. So again, you could also be in a role to where you may like the job, but you don't rock with the environment. Have you ever been in a job and it just feel like it's just so toxic, like people are just so negative? And this could be a job where you're making plenty of money. So you could be making decent money, but when you leave from that job, like, you just feel so drained. And that's the way that I would feel. I would go to work and I would come home and it felt like I played like basketball for 8 hours. Like, my body was just so tired. And it was because the environment was not ideal for me. And what I realized in being in the pandemic and working remotely is I created a lifestyle or a work style that was beneficial to make me more productive. And now when it's time to go back to the office, I don't feel as productive because now you're taking me out of my element of when I was at my highest performing volume. And I'm pretty sure that you feel the same way. A lot of you, when you work on your own, you can figure out your own type of system. You don't have to start at 9. You don't have to stop at 5. You may get bursts of energy where you can just knock something out, let's say 7 o'clock in the morning till 9 o'clock in the morning, or in the evening from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. But as long as your tasks are getting completed, that's the way you rock with it. So how do you know when it's time to walk away? The first thing that I would say is you're not emotional. You're not making an emotional decision. You're not walking away from something when you're angry or you feel like you're trying to get back at somebody. Because anytime you make an emotional decision, you're not in the best state of mind. So you always want to be calm, right? You never want to go into something with an attack. You want to plan it out. And what does your plan look like? Your plan, the first thing you're going to look at is your money. Do you have enough money to sustain yourself for a certain period of time once you leave the current role that you're in? Or can you find another job that fits more within your skill set? Or can you speak to your management or the company and ask them if they could redesign the role for you or reassign you to a different task, which is more in line with what your natural gift is? Because if not, you're just always going to circle and get back to square one. So for me, I believe in following your visions and dreams and messages and signs. And it was just a pattern of signs that just kept showing it's time. It's time. And for everybody, that vision will be different. That timing will be different. But listen to your gut when it's telling you that, something isn't right. Something isn't going on. And if I could encourage you, do not allow fear to keep you somewhere where you don't want to be. Because the only thing you're going to do eventually is get frustrated, burn out, or spaz out. And you don't want to do any of those things. This is Motivation and Confidence, where we help you do your daily best.